The mysterious key. Emma lived in a small town near the sea. The town was quiet, with narrow streets, small shops, and houses painted in soft colors. Emma worked in the library, a place full of old books, maps, and newspapers. She loved her job because every day she discovered something new. She liked the smell of the pages and the silence of the big rooms. One rainy afternoon, Emma was cleaning the oldest part of the library. Few people ever went there. The shelves were full of dusty books, and the floor creaked with every step. While moving some boxes, she noticed a small drawer at the bottom of a cabinet. It looked forgotten. When she opened it, she found a metal key. It was heavy, old, and had strange marks on it. Emma turned the key in her hand many times. She wondered what it could open. It was too big for a normal door and too unusual for a common lock. She decided to keep it in her bag and think about it later. That night, Emma could not stop thinking about the key. She dreamed about secret doors, hidden rooms, and treasures waiting to be found. In the morning, she felt excited. She wanted to find out the truth. The next day, after finishing her work, she stayed in the library. She walked around the building, looking carefully at the walls, doors, and floors. Finally, in a corner behind tall shelves, she noticed something strange. One part of the wooden wall looked different from the rest. The color was darker, and the surface was smoother. Emma touched it, and to her surprise, it moved slightly. She pushed harder, and a small door appeared. Her hands trembled as she took the key from her bag. She tried it in the lock. The key turned with a heavy sound, and the door opened. Behind it was a narrow staircase leading down. Emma hesitated for a moment, but then stepped inside. The stairs were dark and cold, but she continued slowly. At the bottom, she entered a hidden room. The room was filled with wooden boxes, shelves, and old furniture. A thin window let in a little light. Emma opened one box and found newspapers from more than 100 years ago. Another box had letters tied with string. On the shelves were notebooks full of handwriting. The air smelled of paper, ink, and time. She spent hours exploring. The notebooks told stories about the town's past, about fishermen, travelers, storms, and festivals. The letters were from people who lived there long ago. They wrote about their dreams, fears, and daily lives. It was like hearing voices from the past. Emma realized that the hidden room was a secret archive. Someone had collected and protected the history of the town. But for some reason, it was closed and forgotten. Now she had discovered it again. From that day, Emma visited the secret room often. She read the letters and copied some notes. She organized the boxes and cleaned the shelves. Every visit felt like an adventure. She was not just a librarian anymore. She was a keeper of secrets. The hidden archive changed how Emma saw her town. The streets, shops, and houses looked the same, but now she knew their stories. She could imagine the fishermen returning after a storm, the children playing near the sea, and the families celebrating in the town square. The past was alive in her mind. One evening, while leaving the library, Emma stopped and looked back at the building. She smiled. Nobody else knew about the hidden room, and that made it even more special. The mysterious key had opened more than a door. It had opened a new world of history, mystery, and wonder. Emma promised herself to protect the secret. Maybe one day she would share it with others, but for now, it was her own treasure.